so that everybody's aware that we can capture today's learning session. So welcome back. Welcome to our second Training Tuesdays here at Korbyt. So again, these are going to be reoccurring every 2 weeks on these Tuesdays, 11 o'clock Eastern, covering quick learning topics in the Korbyt platform. So today's topic is our new CreateAI Launchpads. So that's going to be our topic today. We're going to talk about those new CreateAI Launchpads, how they work, how they can let you create new content quickly using prompts through the Korbyt platform. You're also today going to get a bit of a sneak peek at our new navigation bar user interface, which is also launching soon. So because the tenant that I have that has the Launchpad AI enabled also has the new UI turned on. They are not required to be together. They can be separate options that we enable. Before we dive into that, though, I do want to draw attention again to our new product knowledge page. Mentioned this in the last class, going to probably mention it in a few more sessions just to make sure people are aware. We have a new product homepage, product.korbyt.com, that lets you not only browse our knowledge base and all of our support articles, also lets you submit feedback on what we can do to improve the platform, how we can make the platform better. So it gives you that option as well. So without further ado, let's dive in and talk about our CreateAI Launchpads. So these are new Launchpad interfaces. Our Launchpad system has been in Korbyt for a while. It's a way where you can build templates. The new CreateAI Launchpads let you create templates using AI prompts. I'm actually going to now pivot over to our live system. So here we have a Korbyt tenant with, again, that sneak peek of our new navigation bar based user interface. So this user interface does not have the mega menu across the top. That's going to be the biggest change. It takes the items that were in the mega menu and those other navigational items and brings them down along the side. So you have your traditional kind of navigating the system, selecting your platform, whether it's Signage or mobile. This navigation bar can be collapsed or expanded, similar to the way the mega menu was opened or closed to see all the names and not just the icons. So now you can quickly get into different sections by using the sections drop down. And if it's collapsed, you get a fly out to go into the different sections. And one of those new elements on that navigation bar is the CreateAI interface, taking you directly to the new CreateAI Launchpad experience. So again, today, our focus is not necessarily the new navigation bar, but you do get a look at it. It's not setting the world on fire, but it will give you, hopefully, a more streamlined way to navigate your Korbyt tenants. Again, that is launching soon, and it is a feature that can be turned on or off. It is not something we will force on you as a change. It becomes a new option for the interface. More news to come on that. The new CreateAI is also a feature that would be turned on in your tenant if you are interested. So you are able to actually turn this feature on or off as well. When you use this feature, it lets you create a prompt. If you've ever used generative AI systems like ChatGPT, it's the same type of thinking. You write out what you would like the system to create for you. So I actually have, so you don't have to watch me type, I have a bit of text that I'm going to paste in as my prompt. What I have here, so you don't have to read the whole thing, is I'm just telling the system I need to create a new announcement for an employee referral program. So this is a way that we're going to reward employees who refer in new employees. So we're trying to drive new applicants, just as an example. Now, just like generative AI systems, you can give this instructions on the way that you would like it to look, the format and shape that you would like it to take. Or if you're a little less familiar with those types of interfaces and giving those commands directly, you can use the drop downs here to give it instructions around like the tone. For example, if I want the tone to be energetic and enthusiastic, and I would like the image styling to be photorealistic. You can pick different themes. I'd like the, different theming, different purposes. You can provide those types of details using these drop downs. When you use the drop downs, the next step will actually further generate your prompt. It takes those drop downs and turns it into written out instructions. So you see like what I wrote ends at that period, and then it gives the instruction, design a photorealistic visual to accompany the message, conveying excitement, encouragement, craft a clear, concise announcement. So those I didn't type in, the system put them there based on my drop-down choices. So you don't have to be a chat GPT engineer to get the most out of this system. I can then further change my prompt if I need to, or if I'm happy with the prompt, I can generate my signage. So it is generating. This may take a moment depending on how complex the message you've asked it to craft might be. Success. And then it brings me to what it has created. So if you've used our Launchpad system before in the past, this part probably looks familiar. Each element that is part of the Launchpad gives me that pencil where I could directly go in and edit that element. New through this system, though, is your ability to pick different templates. So this actually changes the layout of my items. So you can see currently we're looking at this template, which puts a hero image on the left, and then a header and text on the right. I can pick different templates and it will move those pieces around for me, giving me a general layout design that I can then further enhance. So I can use the pencil to directly change this image if I have an image in mind, or maybe I want to use AI to generate another image or change the text. If I move from the templated side here to the generative, I can then pick an element, like the image background, and then give it a prompt to generate a new background. Say like geometric pattern in dark purple. I'm a fan of purple. So a geometric pattern in dark purple. And see, now I have a generated background. And I could go through the other elements and update them as well. Can change them directly as well. So if this is not my logo file, I can go directly into the media manager elements that are already in the system if I have my branding iconography already saved. Or if I haven't yet, I could also import it into the system. But it lets me change my logos. I could, if I wanted to directly change some of the text, again, I can go in with the pencil, just like you've seen in the Launchpad system if you've used it before. And then once satisfied, I can publish this Launchpad design. I can give it a name. We'll call it Training Tuesday Launchpad, and I can publish my new creation. With that design published, I now have a new layout design that has been created from that I could then put onto a playlist, schedule out to a screen to make it seen. I could go in to the layout builder as I have it, in the past, or could always use just the direct layout builder system if I have minor changes that I want to make to my design, and then republish. I also can go back to that design in the Launchpad system. You can see my recently generated designs are here, that I can actually go straight back into that generative process. I could change the templating again. I could go into the generative options again to regenerate through AI. So we have our Launchpad system and we have our new AI generated templates. You can see that we've been showcasing the system. Some people have been having a bit more fun than others. Not all as direct as example as mine. If examples are put into the system, you can of course remove them from recent use, especially as you get to know the system once it were turned on in your tenant. So that is the new generative AI system. We are calling it CreateAI. It is the first of a few different AI-enabled features that are going to become part of our platform to hopefully make your work processes smoother. Let me ask, what questions can I answer for you about the CreateAI launchpads and their use, or honestly, the new navigation bar UI, if you have direct questions about that?
Ed,
What?
I don't see where you can create a portrait template.
That's a great question. Now, just like our current Launchpad system, they are really focused on landscape designs. So they really do lean into a landscape generative process. So you could take the results. These results are dynamic, but they don't give you a portrait kind of shape from their beginning. But you could take their results. If you really wanted that CreateAI to give you the foundation, you could further refine it inside of the actual builder tool itself. This is where you can go in to move the pieces around to say, okay, it generated the text for me, it generated my images and my backgrounds, but I need to arrange them better for my delivery to screen. Now, there are some other templates that, depending on what you are trying to convey, and when I say templates, I mean the actual designs here. Some of these might pivot better to a portrait shape for you than others. But it would involve final tweaks would be involved in that actual builder tool. The Launchpad system currently does not create portrait shape in this view of the window. But these designs will shift to be portrait. But to ensure everything's landing where you'd want it to, you would publish from here, Training Tuesday, portrait. This would give me my base design, my text, my images. And I can go directly to the layout itself that it created. And I can see what it would look like in a portrait design. And then I can make my changes here in the builder tool, better accommodating that shape. So Shelly, no direct way to say like make it portrait right at the beginning, but the results will fill a portrait shape screen. You just might have to apply some movement to them to make sure it meets your needs on your screens. That is a great question. And Ross, I see your hand up as well. You may have something more to add.
Yeah, just Shelly's question, and Shelly, for your information, I work for Korbyt as well. Right now the AI creation tool makes about 5 iterations of those templates you can see. I think the plan down the road is to have closer to 20. So there's going to be a lot more different templates of how it'll look in the different arrangement, and I imagine some of those will also be portraits. So think of this as kind of a first step, and more templates coming down the road.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. But I would say if I was using the system right now to generate portraits, I wanted to see if this one would kind of do it. I would lean into that second design choice that puts your text at the bottom and your image at the top. Oh, misclicked. So when you're in this phase of the design of it, it was this kind of template that I picked where it doesn't look great in landscape, but I know that I'm going to make it taller when I shift it to portrait. Some of these others might also adapt well, but I figured that's the one that I started from to get the one I just built. That was a great question. What other questions can I answer for you about these CreateAI Launchpads or the new user interface that we have on the left?
If I'm a new user, how do I get the new interface? Is there a way to turn it on or?
So, yep, it would be a request to us to turn that on for you. I will let you know you are getting a sneak peek on this. And Ross, I know you joined us in progress. So I appreciate you setting me up for the answer again. This feature is coming soon. We expect it to become available tomorrow more widely. That is kind of our expected should become available for us to turn it on for you. If you are interested in the new interface, you would want to contact your Korbyt representative, and they can work with you to get that enabled. And if you do not know who your Korbyt representative may be, support@korbyt.com will be able to help you as well for the new user interface. When it comes to the new generative AI Launchpads, this is also a feature that is going to be turned on at your request. We are not going to just turn it on for everyone. As Ross mentioned, we are in our first steps with our enabling of this AI feature in our system. So we want to make sure that we turn it on for you and give you a detailed tour of it. So right now it would be I believe it's product@korbyt.com. I will get that email. Should have had that better staged. If I go to our new feature product page and our new knowledge base, we do have a new article on it. I know I put it in the article. That's why I wanted to. Yep. You can actually request access through the interface. Once this becomes publicly available, you will be able to click request access. And our product team will actually be notified that you are interested in the CreateAI interface, and they will reach out to you to walk through enabling it in your system. Right now, there is no additional cost for the CreateAI interface. as we roll it out, as we put it in place. Right now, it is a value add on the platform. We also, if you're interested, I mentioned this is one of our first artificial intelligence enabled features in Korbyt. We actually have a whole website, part of our gokorbyt.com site, that reviews the different AI enabled features we have planned on our roadmap. So right now we are at CreateAI. We have a concierge AI planned for our booking product, a Clarity AI for better analytics of your system's operation, a Curate AI for AI-enabled tagging and optimization, and a Command AI planned for device management. So I'm going to share this page into our chat so that you have access to it as well. Back to our tenant. So let me ask, what other questions, thoughts? What else can I help you with today in terms of the Korbyt platform? Questions about the CreateAI and how it works, questions about the new UI, or honestly, other questions that are on your mind. I might not have the answer in hand, but I can certainly find an answer if I don't have it. If no other questions, I will thank you for your participation. Thank you for joining us this week for this Training Tuesday. Ian, thank you for joining from vacation. That is fantastic. So thank you for that. Our next topic is going to be July 15th. We're going to continue on talking about templates, but in that class, we're going to talk about you creating custom templates. So not just the Create UI to use the Launchpad interface, but how do you build your own custom templates and the workflows that enables. Brian, I see the question that you typed in. So what version of Korbyt are required for the CreateAI features? It would be cloud or hybrid-based Korbyt. So this will not be available on premises yet. This is for our cloud version of our product, and it should become available this week for public use for the CreateAI and for the new user experience. There is not like a player software version. I will say I do not know if the new UI is part of on-prem 3.8, and I honestly do not know if the CreateAI Launchpad feature would become part of an on-prem product because it is in the cloud. Like the generative AI that it is talking to is by its very nature off premises. So I do not know if that would be an on-prem feature. I will ask about that, but I would not be, my gut would say probably not because of it being linked to the generative features that are outside of what we could put on-prem. Not saying impossible, but might not be on 3.8 as well. But the new user interface that moves it to the side, that might be part of 3.8. It might not. Honestly, I am not sure. But I would not be surprised if the new navigation bar becomes part of the CMS for on-prem. Good question. Okay, if no other questions, I'll thank you for your time. Thank you for joining. Thank you for your attention and your questions. And I hope you have a great rest of your Tuesday, and we'll see you in that next training.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ed.
Yep,
Thanks
have
all.
a great day, everybody.
Thanks, Dad.